6.
This countdown, we've talked a lot about less is more, an aesthetic choice that Toriyama often utilizes to great effect. Part of this harkens back to his primary career as a gag manga artist. Simple, fun, and charming are what he lives for, both in his writing and in his designs.
And this may be one of the greatest examples of his minimalistic approach in the entire list.
After Frieza's initial 3 incarnations, it's insane how much Toriyama pares him down in his final form. Form 2 had him more than double in size, and Form 3 turned him into a bootleg xenomorph. But here, all of the excess has been stripped away, and we're left with the form of Frieza most of the audience is accustomed to this day.
Borrowing heavily from the little gray men of American pop sci-fi, this sleek design could actually garner a chuckle or two at first, at least for the uninitiated. Between that bulbous head, those funky feet, and the lizard tail behind him, he wouldn't initially invoke a sense of menace for new readers or watchers. But at this point in the series, Toriyama had masterfully instilled an understanding in his audience. Big things come in small packages.
Like Goku against King Piccolo and Vegeta against Goku, Toriyama had taught his audience that size doesn't matter. And in this moment, this figure is a terrifying one to behold. No horns, no fangs, just a sleek, demure design, with eyes that cut like diamonds and a palpable bloodlust. And while the actual transformation sequence itself is generally lackluster, the debut of this form comes with the death of our resident white mage.
It's really funny for Vegeta of all people to try to step up to Frieza here too. It's a mighty matchup of tiny terrors! But while Frieza may not have a foot on Vegeta, he's definitely outside his weight class. And this final form, with a power level that, at this point is too ridiculous for them to even say in the series, breaks Vegeta in half like a pair of chopsticks. This coming out party for Frieza's final form sends a pretty stark message to our hapless crew.
One of the greatest things about this form is how truly and intentionally alien it looks, while still maintaining a general human shape. It lets Frieza stand apart from the heroes, even Piccolo, while allowing him to still effectively engage in hand-to-hand combat. It's actually great to see his tail come more into use with this form as well. And it's obvious that Toriyama was happy to lose his more complicated features, allowing for some fascinating and fluid-looking choreography.
My personal favorite feature are his eyes. They're mostly carried over from his first form, but here they are at their cruelest, lined with malice, with blood-red irises. This is Frieza at his most dangerous, and it definitely shows.
It's also become iconic in anime parodies, references, and the community as a whole.
Wait, so is 100% full power a different form?
That's a good question. I don't think it's a transformation, so I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, 100% is just the form in full swing, which actually doesn't look fantastic.
The bulging muscles here only serve to make that sleek design look ridiculous and undermine what made it work in the first place. Although narratively, it actually works well to communicate just how outclassed Frieza ultimately is, as his futile attempt to gain the upper hand against Goku falls short. Heck, he would even mock it later on in Super after introducing his golden form.
Which, spoilers, does not make the list.
Which I call bullshit. When he breaks it out at Baba's place, oh, you can't tell me your gooses didn't bump.
But yeah, the 100% full power stuff actually hurts the form overall, even if it works narratively. But that's fine. A good majority of this form's existence excludes that variation, even when he comes back as a cyborg. Which, by the way, might actually be my favorite Frieza design.
I'm sad Toriyama never featured his love for mechanical art more prominently in Dragon Ball. Though I guess that was more to his and the animator's benefit. Man has a crazy eye for detail.
Honestly, there's not too much more to say about this particular form, which, if you think about it, is pretty appropriate. Because, as we said, less is, well, you know.